there are some things that we human beings do, even those of us who are in the spirituality, the personal development, even coaches like me. Me too. I've done it, That is so stupid. So stupid. When you think about it, you're like, oh crap. When, for example, we know that positivity is important, ask anybody around you. Everybody is going to tell you, yeah, I know positivity is important. Yes, it's important to be positive. I'm a very positive person. But people around me, they are not positive at all. you know, Always, it's funny. Always, everybody's doing it. Like, everybody's so positive, but everybody has like plenty of negative people around them. It's like, are you really that positive yourself? Of course we are not. We would say that, but then we will complain about the things that happen to us, the bad things in our lives, or like this person said that. Like all these things that are absolutely not positive, right? And we all do that, right? And it's like it truly takes a lot of discipline and practice to get rid of these conditionings. Whatever we put our attention on, this thing is going to grow. In the sense, more specifically, the feelings that are associated to that. Because you can say that something is very important for you. And if this thing that is very important for you is something for which you are grateful, you're going to get more of it. Somebody else who says, I have this thing that I need to resolve, like this problem, it's very important. It's something that could get rid of my business. It's something that could make me lose so much. It's important. But what are the feelings that are associated with that? These are feelings of fear, anxiety, stress. And so life brings you even more things to be stressful on. The conditioning in society pushed us to think that we need to put a lot of attention on problem. Concentrate on that. Focus on that. It needs to be all over your freaking mind. Even if we don't do that, you will be seen as delusional, as not responsible. It's like, what? You have this big problem and you don't even take it seriously? I need to look at this problem under any perspective, and I'm going to keep looking at it until I found the solution. But actually, that's not how we found the solution. We find the solution at a moment where our mind is so tired of looking at the problem that it starts to think about something else, It's like, I'll leave you with that. I'm going to, wander around. And then, we have a solution that comes. And so people think that, okay, this is because I wrestled with that problem. Like, I kept it in my mind. That's why I got the solution. No, you got the solution only because you tired yourself so much that your mind was like, I'm going to take a break. And while you took a break, you were not putting your attention on it. And that's how you got the solution. That thing is something that is deeply explained in my book, The Kings of Fear. That is a concept in which I give the whole recipe. Young children, they are not yet conditioned with all the social acceptable behaviors. Or look at a child. A child would be so happy, so grateful for the smallest thing. It could be a branch, a piece of wood, a rock, a stone that you found on the sidewalk. Kids can be so happy, so full of gratefulness for the smallest thing. That is good, And at the same time, if they are upset about something, kids, they have this capacity of throwing this big tantrum and being very, very, very upset, and then it's gone. They think about something else. They go on with their lives. They just forget about it. And that's exactly how we adults should be, you know? But when you think about it, an adult who goes through something which does not feel like that high level of child's crisis, you know, an adult will remain in this in this state of like annoyance, etc., for days and sometimes even months or years until he's really able to let that thing go, you know? Whereas kids, they would completely forget about it. And that's actually such a great lesson. Like, seriously, we can learn so much watching kids be themselves. It is such a good lesson because we all have emotions, and obviously sometimes like we're gonna have bad emotions, and it's okay. The only thing is just that realize that you're not supposed to stay in there. You are not supposed to stay in these negative emotions. That's it. That's it. That's it. Nothing simpler than that. As adults, we have to be so careful about the things that we have in mind and where we focus our attention. It also shows the fact that we give so much worrying importance to the problems that we may have. Actually, we could add more gratefulness in our life. Whatever problem may happen in our lives as adults, you know, whatever the problem, we would focus on it so much. It will make us worry, it will make us feel bad, and it will make us forget that, hey, I'm alive. Hey, my body functions by itself. I can breathe. I don't even have to think about it. Hey, I'm able to see so many great things. I'm learning new stuff every day. Hey, I'm having great discussions with these people. I'm enjoying so much in my life. One problem will make us forget all these blessings that we have. All these blessings. That's a problem. That's delusional. That's being delusional. And we all are like this until we start to put the discipline every day and watch our thoughts in order to make sure that we don't fall into that anymore, you know? Because when you think about it, the majority of your problems, of my problems, of everybody's problems, the majority of problems are never a matter of life and death. We give it a bigger importance than our own life, the life of our close ones. That's crazy, you know? It's just like if you had this magnificent house and you decided to change the windows. Out of the 10 windows that you want to change, you receive 9 that are perfect. Everything is great. But for the 10th window, the delivery man actually messed up the order. And so it's not the right size. And so you're upset. And because you're upset about that, you just break the whole house. You break it down. All of it. You know, you're like, ah! That's crazy. That is crazy. Guys, ladies, let's focus. Let's pay more attention on our thoughts, on what we put our focus on, and on the associated feelings that are underneath.